Hey y'all, so I do not intend to be long tonight, but I'm just gonna say what the Lord gave me and then I'm gonna get out your way, okay? Well, I was in the house, y'all, and I was talking to my husband. As a matter of fact, it was maybe not even an hour ago. And as I'm talking to him, I've realized that um the Lord basically rebuked me. He got me together. And what I'm about to say is, I want you to really take this in personally. If you say that you are a Christian, if you say that you follow God and you hear the voice of God and you represent the kingdom of heaven, I need you to um, really take in what I'm saying tonight, not with a grain of salt, but I need you to take it and really begin to look and examine your own life and really see where is it that you have not given God the fullness of you and of the fullness of the assignment. Okay, so let's go straight into it. We're going to go to Matthew 9 verse. We're going to start at the verse 9:35. Okay. So Matthew 9:35, and it says, "And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them because they fainted or they were weary and were scattered about abroad as sheep having no shepherd," right? 37 verse, it says, "And then said he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest." This is the 10th chapter, Matthew 10, verse 1. It says, "And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease." You can skip down to the to the 6th verse. It says, "But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand." What I want to talk to you about today is, y'all, is God rebuked me while I was having a conversation with my husband because I feel like I hadn't really been doing something that he really told me to continue and be consistent in. And to be quite honest, while I'm talking to him, it was kind of about this. God literally like rebuked me while I'm talking, and while me and him just conversating about working and the fact that there are people that are lost, and there's people that are fainting, that losing hope, and they're just not in a good place right now mentally and with their walk with God. And God literally was telling me in that moment, he said, "My work is plenteous, but there's so much harvest to gather, but there's not enough laborers to go out and get that which is harvested." And so I'm like, man, no, we don't have time to play. We don't have time to play around with this thing. If we Christians, if we proclaim that we are people of God, then we got to be real about the work. We got to be real about what he's calling us to. No more playing games, no more half doing things. No, we got to go in this thing and we got to do the work of God. He tells his disciples, he says, you know, y'all my disciples, I'm telling y'all this. He said, then said he unto his disciples. Disciples are people that walk after God, that literally aren't afraid to follow the things that God has set in place. And so he tells those disciples, he says the harvest is plenteous, man. There's so much to do. There's so many things that need to be done. But the people that I've called to labor, where are they? They aren't doing the work, which is right in front of them. There's people that are dying in your vicinity. There's people that are dying in your reach. There are people around you that are not living in the will of God, that don't know what to do next, that don't know where to turn. And us as children of God, we got to get out of our own way. We got to learn how to accept the call that is placed on our life, because if we don't answer the call, we can never become the answer for what God has called us to be in the earth. There are people that have prayed for you. There are people that are seeking speaking for you. There are people that are looking for your voice. And if you don't rise to the occasion, you're going to miss heaven. You're going to miss the chance for the Lord to use you. You're going to miss the chance and the opportunity for the Lord to be able to work and to move through your vessel. And so in the 10th chapter of the first verse, it says, and he called unto him his 12 disciples, and he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. That means that he gave them power and authority to do that which they could not do within themselves. So God is not just calling you to the work. He's not just calling you to labor, but he's calling you because he's going to give you a deposit. And that way, when you go out and you want to say something, you won't be speaking from your own self. You won't be speaking from your own mental capacity, but you'll be speaking the word of the Lord. You'll be speaking that which the Spirit of the Lord has said through you. So you got to get out of your own way. You got to learn how to accept your calling, accept the thing that the Lord has placed on your life. There is people connected to that call. There is people connected to your prayer. There is people that are connected and that are waiting for you to say yes. And so after I went and I was studying, I was looking at that, and he said, as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that means that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, means that there is an assignment that I placed in the earth. There was an assignment for you to walk out. There was an assignment for you to go and to do within the earth. I didn't place God. The one thing I've learned is that God did not place us on this earth. God did not wake you up this morning. God did not give you breath for you to just sit on your behind and just look at people around you dying. But God gave you breath in your body this morning. He woke you up and he kept you alive now and tomorrow and however long you do. He gave you that breath so that you can glorify him. And that means that in order to glorify him, we got to begin to get up and do the work. We got to do the work, because if we don't get up and do the work, then those same people that are in those dark places, they'll never be able to see the God of the light. And you carry light. You carry something on the inside of you that is going to awaken every lying giant in people. There is something that is going to awaken the next generation of giants and warriors and fighters. There is something on the inside of you that is going to wake up the people around you. And as I thought about that and I was reading my word, and I thought about the book of Isaiah 6. And God, he said, I heard the voice of the Lord. And it says that who will go for us? And Isaiah willingly volunteered to go for the Lord. Who is volunteering for the Lord today? Who wants to do the work of the Lord? You got to be ready. You got to push past you. It's not about you, but it's about who's connected to you. It's about who is going to be saved through you, through God using you. It's about who is going to be blessed by the things that you're going to say. Who's going to be blessed by your testimony? Who's going to be blessed by what you say? Come on, it's time to get up. It's time to do the work. The work is plentiful,